Hello there, my beautiful Capricorn signs. This is Rachel with Dark Knight Coaching. Today's tarot reading is a traditional Celtic cross spread that I pull, and then I pull a bunch of oracle cards after that. Now, this is kind of like a morose or somber vibe that I'm getting when I tap into your energy, Capricorn. I have a stellium in Capricorn, so I completely am like in this energy as well, but there's a lot of shifts that are happening. And when I tapped into your energy, the song that came up for me was called Daughter of Light by Strive to Be. Now, I've never heard that song before, but I had already pre-formatted the YouTube thumbnail that I have posted. So that picture, if you're guided to click this video because of the thumbnail, the picture of the woman and the scales, it just seemed really, really fitting. So it kind of is just a synchronicity to me that I'm on the right path. You're on the right path. Everyone is right where they're meant to be at this certain time, even though sometimes it can feel maybe painful or uncomfortable. And I do feel like there is a lot of energy resolving in this cycle. So something about Libra in your chart might be significant, or you're dealing with a Libra sign. I also saw Sagittarius and Leo in your reading here as well. So some of those things right off the bat might be messages for you, or just synchronicities as well, Capricorn. But, if you're a cross watcher watching this, you're welcome. Come one, come all. But yeah, let's dive right into the tarot, Capricorn, and then I'm going to go into the oracle cards. So right away, that morose energy comes out. This is a card of regret. Five of Cups is typically a card of like sadness, like you're crying over spilt milk. But sometimes when we get into these vibes, that's so bizarre. There's like a big gaggle. Is it a gaggle? A gaggle of geese flying overhead. I can hear it. It's very loud. And communication might be incoming for you, because usually when I see like birds or have that image in a message, there's something incoming. So there might be communication coming in about something, maybe unexpected, since that was a little unexpected, but take that message as it resonates. But the Five of Cups is like you're a little lost in the sadness of what didn't work out, instead of trying to maybe focus on the positivity of having two cups left. Now, this could have been an opportunity here for some sort of promotion or some sort of work endeavor. It could be in regards to family or finance or career, because what's challenging you here is the Knight of Pentacles. This is a slow-moving energy, and it's an earth sign energy, and I mean slow. Like, this is a real slow energy. So, maybe you were working on a promotion or working on some sort of 3D tangible thing for the past year, and maybe you were just like hoping it would be fruitful or hoping something would come of it, and I don't get the energy that it's happening quite yet. You're still like in the subconscious energy of waiting for your ships to come in. That's what the Three of Wands is. It sounds like some straggler geese out there. The Three of Wands is waiting for your ships to come in, essentially. So I still feel like you're doing that, but the basis and the foundation of all of this and everything that's happening is the King of Wands. This is a very go-getter energy, an entrepreneurial energy, an inspired creative who's actually like doing the thing. And in the past, I feel like you were questioning yourself with the Seven of Pentacles. This is a card of like, is the juice worth the squeeze? Is this really going to be worth it? And only you can answer that for you, but I do feel like there is some sort of victory at hand, or some commitment that's being made to yourself or to someone else, perhaps. This is the Four of Wands. This is a card of engagement, or commitment, or celebration, even like almost like a having your cake and eating it too kind of energy. But it doesn't have to be matrimonial and that sort. But I do feel like there is something about nostalgia coming out, because that shows up in your energy here as well. Now, in the near future, you have the Strength card. This is a card of Leo energy. This is like perseverance. This is doing your due diligence and just like baby steps one at a time. Sometimes that's hard to do when we're like not seeing the fruits of our labor for so long, and then we're asking ourselves, should I still do this? Am I still committed? Is this even going to be worth it? And what's in your control at this time, what's the foundation of this, is the Ten of Swords. This is this is like, to me, this is almost like manifesting and using all of the knives, all of the swords that are like people have stabbed in your back, and using that to transmute the pain from the past and putting it into your creative ventures, or using it as fuel to move you forward. And sometimes, again, that's hard to do when you have so many swords in there. But one at a time is the way to do that. And you can do that through trauma healing, trauma coaching, self-help. There's somatic healing. There's things that you can do in a physical nature that help you release a lot of trauma. That is basically kind of like what somatic healing is. There's also like aura cleansing and Reiki. Those are great ways to help let go of trauma that we may even not be consciously aware that we're still holding. Now, this is the communication card that I had mentioned when the geese were flying over. This is how people see you. So maybe they see you as very chatty or very fast moving, because this is also like a fast moving energy. So maybe they see you quick to change your mind or quick to make a decision. But like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, Capricorn. Now, in your hopes and fears, you have the Six of Cups. This is a card of reunion. It can be a twin flame reunion card. Twin flames, I don't really like dive super deep into on my channel, just because I'm not really a great advocate for twin flames. I think most twin flames are typically misconstrued and misrepresented, because twin flames shouldn't be toxic. They shouldn't be gaslighting or manipulative, those sorts of things. And a lot of the times, at least when I've thought I've had some sort of twin flame, it was quite the opposite. And usually when you're an empathic person, you're going to attract a lot of narcissists, and you're going to feel like you're super connected to them, because that's a trauma level reaction that you're experiencing. And it's quite frankly like not only maybe a physical chemistry, but a psychological chemistry, where you are both still needing to process trauma that happened to you as children, probably. And when you are drawn to each other, it's typically because you both have to heal those same wounds. And the empath side is a choice when you're a child or a younger person, typically going through trauma, and you choose never to perpetuate pain. And when you have someone who's more so narcissistic leaning, it's because they've chosen to perpetuate pain. And that's how they've processed, well, not even processed, that's how they've coped to get along in life. And the same thing with empaths. It's opposite sides of the same coin, but in ways they can both be toxic if you're not careful. So I do feel like you're being careful, though. And then in this hopes and fears, the Six of Cups, it can also mean like you're re-establishing your like sense of childlike wonder, that like kindred spirit energy. So you might be drawing in someone who's going to be a real friend. But that's going to take time and patience, because the outcome here is the Temperance card, which is time and patience. This is the balance of the 3D and the 5D. This is Archangel Michael as well. This is the Sagittarian energy, and it's also just kind of like slow and steady wins the race here. So as you go through healing your traumas, if you've been in toxic relationships, it usually can take up to 2 years to actually completely heal, and maybe not have PTSD from it, essentially, because when you've gone through traumatic, toxic situations, it does make a mark, and you have all of these swords on your back to prove it. So you've been through the ringer, and you're healing now, and you're trying to establish a lot of new habits and patterns that are going to help you align and elevate. Now, that's what I have for you for Tarot, Capricorn. If it helped, please smash the like button. It helps my channel grow. If you're interested in listening to the Oracle cards, I'm going to dive right in. The first card that I'm drawn to look at is Whale. I love this card. It says, just as the whale can dive deep into the depths of the sea and endure immense pressures, you are also able to endure both emotional and physical pressures. Now, just because you can be a whale doesn't mean you want to be. And, that is the cycle of growth. That is the cycle of aligning. And when we have to shed our old skin, it's awfully painful sometimes, when we're letting go of parts of ourselves that we've coped with or used as coping styles for so long. And I feel like you're really shifting out of old mindsets, Capricorn. because I didn't even read that. It says, I let go of what is no longer serving me, and I am open to what is. And that's part of like shedding that old skin. You're just releasing bad habits, bad patterns, I don't want to say bad people, people who are not in alignment with you anymore, basically. And because you're doing this, there is a new romantic cycle here. So you've completed old karmic cycles when it comes to love. You're not in that same place. I feel like your self-worth, your self-love, your value of yourself is like up, up, up. So that's great, because when you have a really full cup, you're going to pour out of it into someone else's, and it's not going to deplete you. And that's what you want. You want a securely attached love style, and that's where you're headed here. Now, you have the crown chakra card. This is instinct. Some of you might feel like a lone wolf, and you very well might be, because when you're on a spiritual path of discovery, quite often you will find yourself alone. Usually it's coming from a place of healing, but it's also coming from a place of realignment, because you can't surround yourself typically with old people and expect different outcomes. That's literally the definition of crazy. So, you have to break free from old patterning and sometimes break free from old people because they're not able to meet you where you are now. Now, you also have the tolerance card. I don't really like this card, but I'm also like a Sagittarius, so we don't like to be told what to do. So it says you appreciate the other's points of view because you sense the love in everyone. Sometimes that's hard to do. I'm just going to call a spade a spade. Sometimes it's hard to tolerate people, especially when, maybe they're being blindly led or they're ignorantly led. And it's very difficult to find an understanding or relatability in someone who is shut off, close-minded, close-hearted. Sometimes that's very challenging, but that might be your challenge or your lesson at this time here, Capricorn. And then you also have the village card. I like to see this with this energy that I'm getting about friendships and establishing new cycles of love, because this is, they say it takes a village to raise children. Maybe it did back in the day, you know what I mean? But right now in this world, sometimes you're your children's best advocate, and if you can find a village, cool, good for you. But I feel like this card to me means like the village is around you. You have to just be very selective with your energy and who you're going to spend that on, because you also have exchanging gifts. So there might be someone coming into your energy that's going to be some sort of mentor to you, or you're a mentor to them, or vice versa. Number 27. And then here and now also came flying out, so I'm going to take that. I'm getting something about Easter time frame might be significant. April 1st or through the 8th, that might be a significant time frame for some of you. It's a very specific thing, but my third eye is on, and it like buzzed when I felt that message. So something about Easter is going to be very significant. Number 32. And then you have number 26, the Great Taming. This one says, taming means building up and controlling natural resources and nurturing their growth with an eye on what can be achieved in the future. Steady persistence over time will yield good results. You can now move beyond mere survival and nourish yourself on a new experience and allow your gifts to be of greater service. How can you make the most of your potential, and how would it be to master this? And I feel like I said resort there, so a resort might be a significant thing you're going to do. Go to resort maybe in April. And then you have harness. This one says, visualize a safe place in nature where your intuition has to speak to you. Is it by the sea or by a mountaintop? Relax and be open to where your intuition takes you. And what answers do you seek right now? So if you've been waiting for like confirmation to go to the sea or go to a mountaintop, for a resort, for some sort of getaway, maybe you're going to find your village there. Maybe you're going to find like-minded people if you sign up for some sort of activity or some sort of thing. That's just a very positive energy I'm getting. And this is very inspiring to me because, again, stellium and Capricorn. So that's very cool. Very cool to hear and feel and things like that. And you might be, having a nice trip. But yeah, that's what I have for you, Capricorn. Hopefully this video helped. If it did, please smash the like button. It helps my channel grow, and I greatly appreciate it. If you're interested in a one-on-one coaching session, I do intuitive coaching, lifestyle coaching, dating coaching, pretty much any modality of coaching. I'm well versed in trauma healing and lots of different things. So if you feel guided, you can reach out to me, book on my website. If you are interested in a personalized tarot reading, you can book that on my website as well. And I'll see you next time.